Good morning. It is January 2nd, which means that yesterday was the first full day of my book club's readathon, where we are tracking the pages that we read and the time we read each day. Let's get into it. Yesterday was kind of rough, I'm not going to lie. I didn't read as much, I think, as I was anticipating, having the day off, and that is because I had to go to urgent care. I have something called Meniere's disease, which sometimes really messes with your vertigo and makes you nauseous and just lightheaded and terrible. And I had a massive flare up of that yesterday, and I am still recovering. So I didn't read as much as I was anticipating, mostly just because I was feeling like shit. But in the evening, I was able to kind of like prop myself up on the sofa, and I was coherent enough that I just wanted to do something other than stare into space and feel like shit. So I read for 2 hours and 10 minutes yesterday, and I, in that time, read 167 pages. The book that I am starting the year off with is The City of Ember. And if you're wondering why I'm reading this, I'm not just reading it for fun. I mean, it is fun. I'm having a fun time with it. But I have one of the book clubs that I run, which is called Nostalgia Reads, and we read through books that probably have very nostalgic vibes for us, and we reread them and then meet for book club. The main characters, Lena and Dune, have finally found out about the mystery room down in the Pipeworks and the conspiracy, and so, I mean, shit's about to hit the fan, so to speak. I think that when I read this, because I was the age that the characters are, I assumed that they were older. I was really thrown off by the fact that they are actually 12 years old. I think it's because you leave school and then you get your job. And so I think I just assumed, thinking back on this book, that they left school at 18. There are a few things that, like, I still very much remember from this. First of all, this is not the cover that I remember. I remember a different cover, which had like one light bulb on it. And I thought that that was like artsy and cool. The things I remember are the fact that Lena was a messenger and that she got to wear like a little red coat. I remember feeling claustrophobic. I didn't remember Dune being such a dick. I also didn't remember his name being Dune. Doon. I do remember as well that, like, I've never wanted to eat a can of peaches more than while I was reading this book, because the can of peaches is like such a delicacy. I need to go in and check and see how everyone else is doing. We have around 100 people participating this year. It's basically like you always won the readathon in school because you really like to read and you were like the reader, of your class. This is like if every girly pop who is the like biggest reader of your class participates in this readathon. That's what that's like. Anyway, I survived the first day, barely, and now I get to finish this book. Oh my gosh, I I wonder what's gonna happen. Anyway, happy reading, and I will see you tomorrow.